Hello, my miraculous friend. This is Reverend Francis Fayden, and I'm so grateful to have you joining me here today, where you're going to get a chance to connect with the energy of Mother Mary. You're going to get a chance to hear a message for all of us from her on today's day, which is the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And then a few of you are going to actually receive a personal message from her. So before we do any of that, let's take a few deep breaths together. Just get ourselves grounded and centered. Let's breathe in the energy of expansion, breathing out anything that you no longer need. And just allowing ourselves to let go of whatever happened before, whatever's happening later. Just come deeply into the now. And as we are already starting to feel the shift in the energy, feeling that divine presence, feeling that beautiful energy of calmness and peace and love and joy that's always present here with us. Let's tune into ourselves for just a moment and let's kind of think about. I'm going to ask you to let it come to the forefront of your mind the reason that you wanted to be here today, or why you decided to join me if you're watching later. And then see if you can go a little bit deeper into the feeling behind that reason. Like, what is it that you really want to feel by the end of our time together? Imagine that you've already received in what whatever it might be, your inspiration, and you're feeling connected, you're feeling loved. If you're not sure, just focus on feeling grateful and let that feeling fill you up. And as we already begin to feel that energy shift within us, feeling grateful, feeling loved, feeling blessed, feeling inspired, know that we are sending a really powerful intention and that the universe must respond with the frequency that we are sending out. So let's take one more deep breath together in gratitude and we can begin. All right, my friends. Well, welcome once again. This is Reverend Francis Fayden, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Welcome to this live Mother Mary channeling that we're going to be doing today. Today is the feast day of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It is 12/12. And if you are joining us, you're here live. If you could put your name in the comment and let me know where you're calling from or where you're visiting us from. Hello, Pam. Pam's in Seven Valleys, PA. She's not too far from where I am. So grateful that you're here with us today, Pam. And if you're watching on the replay, still put a comment and let us know where you're watching from, because I love to know where the energy is going out and connecting with everybody wherever you are. So for those of you who don't know me, I am an interfaith minister, and I have been working as a healer for quite a long time and an intuitive for quite a long time. And in 2012, I experienced what I call a visitation from Mother Mary. And she came and she asked to become part of my work. And I have been sharing her messages and her presence as much as I can ever since then. And she's given me the very special, very precious gift that whenever I invoke her, she comes. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be collectively, you and I, we're going to be invoking the presence of Mother Mary to be with us and to share her beautiful messages and her presence and her wisdom. And a few of you are actually going to receive a personal message from her today. So this is something that I do actually in a program that's called Mother Mary's Inner Circle. And this is a chance for, it's only limited to 6 people, for you to get a personal message from Mother Mary and actually ask her a question. There's a little bit of a dialogue that goes on. And if you're interested in that, you're welcome to check it out at francisfayden.com/inner circle. We still have a few spots left, and our Inner Circle program begins on Friday, December 15th. So you can check that out as well. And thank you, Pam. I'm grateful for you here. And beautiful Mary from Washington Township, New Jersey. Hello, Washington Township. I'm wondering if that's close to Washington Crossing. I used to live right over by Washington Crossing, but grateful that you're here, Mary. So let me tell you a little bit about today's energy, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why Mother Mary asked me to do this. And then we're just going to go and invite her to be with us. So Today is the anniversary of the final apparition of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It actually began on the 9th of December back in 1531. And this series of apparitions to Juan Diego is kind of the first ones that are recorded in what I would call kind of the more modern era, modern meaning in the last 500 years. And they come with, more frequency, especially as the, what's it called? What was that persecution called? The Inquisition. As the Inquisition comes to a close, apparitions start to really happen a lot more, which I find very interesting. So starting in the 1800s, we have more and more of these apparitions being recorded, but this one is really powerful. So Mother Mary came, and I think this story is so important for everything that's going on the planet right now. She came at a time of extreme violence. She came at a time when one country had invaded another country and was trying to change them and convert them. And we know the story of the Spanish going into Mexico. And it just, it was really a violent time. I'll just put it that way. And yet Mother Mary came and appeared. And she appeared as kind of as she would if she was a native, but she also has some European features, very, very interesting. And she asked Juan Diego to go to the bishop and to ask him to have a church built on this spot. Now, there was already a holy spot. It was a holy spot that was devoted to, and I don't remember the name, so I apologize, but it was devoted to the feminine energy, the goddess of that time on that hill. And so Juan Diego goes, but he doesn't get very far with the bishop. And the bishop is basically saying, "Who are you? I don't know you. And you don't have any proof." And he basically is like, "Yeah, leave me alone." So very dejected, Juan Diego, meets Mother Mary, and he's like, "You've picked the wrong person. Like, I can't, he told me no, like, I can't help him." But Mother Mary is very insistent. And she's like, "No, there's a lot of people I could pick, but I picked you for a very specific reason. You need to go back." So Juan Diego, the next day, tries to avoid Mother Mary, which I love that part of the story because we can all relate to that, right? So there's the hill, the Tepeyac Hill, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go around it." And he tries to avoid Mother Mary, which cracks me up. And of course, she appears on the road and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I can't do this. My uncle is really sick, and I have to find a priest and all this stuff." And she says such a beautiful, beautiful message. And I'm going to actually read this message to you because I love it so much. Her message to Juan Diego. So here he is, he's a man, I think, and he was actually like in his 50s, and his uncle's dying, and he's like, I don't know what's happening. He's newly converted to Catholicism, and the bishop is a Spanish guy, and he's a native guy. It's just like he's just kind of frazzled, right? So Mother Mary says to him, "Do not be troubled or weighed down with grief. Do not fear any illness or vexation, anxiety or pain. Am I not here who am your mother? Am I not the fountain of life? Are you not in the folds of my mantle, in the crossing of my arms? What else do you need?" If I could only pick one message from Mother Mary, this is one of my favorites. So she's telling all of us today, if you're worried about your kids, if you're worried about your spouse, if you're worried about the world, like, relax, relax. Let yourself tune into this message. Like, don't worry about the illness. Don't worry about the economy. Don't worry about what's going on with, and she's not saying ignore these things. She's saying focus on me. The answer is to focus on me. Now, she's not referring to herself as a personality. She's referring to the energy that lives within all of us. That is the energy of unconditional love. It is that spark within all of us. And we can relate to this energy and call her Mother Mary. And she goes by many, many names. But she's saying, don't focus out there. Focus in here. I got you. I got you. And you're okay. So the story goes that Juan Diego does go home, and his uncle is completely well. and he's been healed. And so she says, come back the next day. I'm going to give you a sign. You're going to take it to the bishop, and this is going to show him like whatever he needs to know. So he's like, all right. So he goes the next day, and Mother Mary takes him up to the hill. And I'm giving you the condensed version of the story, by the way. And there's these rose bushes that are blooming, Castilian roses, which do not grow in that part of Mexico, and definitely not in December. These are actually, I think, roses that come from Spain, and they're all in full bloom. And he's just wearing this tilma. Tilma is it's kind of like almost like a poncho that was made of this coarse fiber from a plant, like a cactus or something like that. Kind of a crude type of a thing, nothing fancy, but he's wearing it. And she asks him to hold it open, and she arranges these roses in the tilma. And so here she is arranging the roses and says, okay, now take these to the bishop. Don't open it until you get there. He's like, all right. So he goes, knock, knock, knock. And they let him in, like, this guy, this guy's back. All right, let him in. He goes to the bishop. The bishop's like, what did I say? You need to show me a sign. He's like, I have a sign for you. And he opens his tilma, and the roses come spilling out. And the beautiful part of the story is Juan Diego's like, it's the roses, right? He's like, amazing. These are roses. But then the look on the face of the bishop as he's looking at the image on the tilma. And it's this beautiful, it's going to make me cry. It's this beautiful image of Mother Mary, as we know her, Our Lady of Guadalupe, imprinted on that beautiful tilma. And then the bishop's like, oh, now I know what's going on here. And of course, he agrees to build the chapel, which now is a huge basilica in Mexico City. And part of that miracle is that tilma should have disintegrated within 20 years because it's just made of cactus fiber. And it's been 500 years. It'll be 500 years exactly, in year 2031, right? Not too far away. It has been examined. It has been analyzed. It's been looked over in a microscope. I mean, the whole thing. And the conclusion by the scientific community is, we have no idea what this is. This is a metaphysical work of art. And they've even taken the eyes of the Our Lady of Guadalupe and they put them under the microscope. And in the eyes, there's the reflection of Juan Diego and anybody else that was there. It's a miracle. It's so amazing. And as far as I'm concerned, it's the only piece of art that I'm aware of that's ever been supernaturally made. It's one of the reasons why I say that Mother Mary, as Our Lady of Guadalupe, is one of the patronesses of highly creative people that aspire to be creative, people that are artists in the world. I always say, work with her energy because she will help you to be able to bring that energy forth. Okay, let me see. I'm just going to say hi to anybody else that's here. Ida, hello, Ida from Texas. Grateful that you're here. Hello, beautiful Laura. So grateful that you're here as well. I think Laura's up in Massachusetts. So grateful that everybody is here. So that's the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And today is that day. It's the 12-12 day that Mother Mary said here, and she created the image. So this happened starting on the 9th and happened a little bit each day to culminate on the energy of the 12th. Now this year, we also have the energy of a new moon happening today. It is the new moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is it is the eternal optimist. Sagittarius is a very spiritual, I mean, they're all spiritual in their own way, but it's very much a spiritual sign. And so a new moon is a time to set an intention. I highly recommend that you do set an intention. And it is a beautiful time to set a spiritual intention. And, we're in this holy season. We are how many days into Hanukkah? I think Hanukkah started on the 7th or the 8th. And so we're kind of, I think, halfway through. So we have the beautiful festival of light with Hanukkah, and then we have the solstice coming, and then we have Christmas, and then we have Kwanzaa and the New Year. So it is a beautiful time to set any kind of spiritual intention. And I encourage you to take a piece of paper and write it down now and go ahead and set some kind of intention. I know for me, one of the intentions for this new moon for myself is I'm going to start a new spiritual practice, one that I had done a while ago and I had let go of doing a daily recitation of the Gayatri mantra. I used to do it 54 times a day. this beautiful mantra for it is the mantra of light. It is the mantra that brings light. So that's mine. I would love to hear what's yours. You could put it in the comment and let me know if you have a new moon intention. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but why not work with the energy of the season, is what I say. So there's the new moon energy that's happening. And then, of course, Mercury, I think, goes retrograde tomorrow, which it seems like it's always going retrograde. But retrogrades give us a time to reflect. These are a time to kind of review. They're a time to go within and really take a look at our beliefs and our thoughts, and are they really working for us? And then it'll be going direct, I think, somewhere around the beginning of 2024. Now, one of the things I wanted to share with you, that's a message from Mother Mary, and then we'll bring her energy in specifically. Again, I had said that one of the programs that I do that's very special is called Mother Mary's Inner Circle. And this is a beautiful opportunity for a small group of people to get to connect with Mother Mary in a very deep and powerful way, because you can actually ask her a question and receive an answer. And every month you get to do this. It's really, really powerful. This time around, she is inviting a guest to be with her. So when we meet on the 15th, she's going to be bringing Archangel Uriel. When we meet in January, Paramahansa Yogananda. When we meet in February, Saint Germain. You can see all of them listed, all 6 of the guests listed on the webpage, francisfayden.com/inner circle, if you'd like to go and take a look there. But the reason that I'm starting this one is I already have one that is completely full, and it's sold out. We had more people that wanted to take those 6 spots than we had spots. And in that message circle last week, somebody asked about what's going on in the Middle East. And she could see, of course, she's heartbroken. We're all heartbroken about it. And she really wanted to understand what was going on. And I was a little nervous about asking. I was like, "Ooh, that's a really big question." But of course, Mother Mary, who's got the eyes of the universe, is not afraid of these questions. And I loved what she said. She didn't really speak to any of the darkness. What she said, and I really want you to hear this, because this is what happens when you're in the energy of Mother Mary and you're hearing these kinds of messages. Not only do you get your message, but you're hearing the answer to everybody else's message. And often I'm able to hear things. She tells me things that I can channel for you that are teachings that I've never heard before. It's like, wow, I never heard that. So the answer to this question was so powerful. She said, do not judge by appearances. And that's really hard to do, right? How do you not judge by appearances when all we see on the news is horror and devastation? And she said, don't judge by appearances. She said, there is more good happening on the planet than there is bad at this point. And that doesn't mean that the bad things that are happening are not horrific. Doesn't mean that. But she says, if you look for it, you will see there's more good happening. And she said, what's happening on the planet right now is there are certain small numbers of people who know that their days are numbered, who know, and what she means by that, they know that their way of thinking doesn't fit the way that the world is going. It's an antiquated, outdated way of being, war being one of them. But they're doing desperate acts. So when you see these extreme things happening, now the problem is there's a spotlight on it. So there's all this good stuff happening, and there's a spotlight on this horrible thing. And the horrible thing is getting more and more desperate. And this is not only happening in the Middle East. I've seen this happening here in the United States. I see it happening all over the world, where small pockets of people trying desperately to hold on to old ways of being and trying to force other people into old ways of being are getting more and more desperate and doing more and more outrageous types of things. But they're not the majority. And Mother Mary says she's asking you to know this so that you don't get scared and you don't get discouraged. It doesn't mean that you don't address the things that are happening in whatever way you feel, but she's not wanting you to be convinced that the spotlight is on the truth of the whole thing, because it's not. I was so heartened by that. I would love to hear, like, what's your thought about that? Does that resonate with you? You can leave a note in the comments. It made my heart feel like, oh, thank goodness. Because, like we think about an animal that's trapped. When an animal usually wants to run away, but if you trap and corner that animal, it's going to act out. It's going to like be aggressive towards you. Well, these people, these groups of people are acting that way. Like like desperate, desperate acts. And so ever since then, I've noticed something coming up either in my email or in the news or something of an amazingly good story. Like homicides are down. I think in the city of Boston or somewhere. So, like, homicides are the lowest they've ever been. And new inventions are coming out and solutions are happening. And I just started seeing. And she said, if you look for the good, you will see it. If you look for it, you'll notice more and more and more good things are happening. And so she's asking you, as somebody who is a light being on the planet, to start looking towards the energy of goodness. Look for the goodness. Do what you feel called to do for anything that's not that, but look for that goodness. And then the other thing that she said was that you're going to be seeing her presence and the energy of the angels in 2024 a lot more. So you're going to be noticing, I don't know if they're going to be apparitions. I don't know if they're going to be miracles. I don't know what kind of stories are going to be, but there's going to be more and more awareness of Mother Mary's presence, which I thought is so fun. Yay, we get to do that. So I am going to bring us into a little time of communion with Mother Mary. So this was just me sharing her messages with you, but I'm actually going to share her presence with you and what she wants to share with you, all of you. So whether you're here with me live or you are listening later on the replay, hello, I'm so glad that you're here. And we're going to do this prayer together. So I'm going to encourage you to let yourself do this prayer process with me and really let yourself relax, because the more that you can be in this energy with me, the more you're going to feel like she's there with you. And that's my goal. My goal is to have you feel as if she's there with you, not necessarily that she's only here with me, because she's here with all of us, right? She lives in our heart. So I encourage you to get yourself into a comfortable position. Yes, Laura, it's the dying of the old patriarchy, trying, and it's the last gasp of breath. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, and you're welcome, Pam. It is reassuring. Again, it doesn't mean that it's not horrific, the things that we're seeing, but it puts it in a context for me that gives me hope. I'm like, oh, it's like it's the storm on its way out. You know, this storm is on its way out and it's doing some damage while it's on its way out, but it's on its way out for sure. So get yourself into a comfortable position. If you want, you can put your hand over your heart center, whatever works for you. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking you to utilize your God-given power of imagination, known as your mind's eye. And in that mind's eye, I'm going to ask you to let yourself see and feel a little ball of golden light right in the middle of the chest area. And as you're breathing in, let yourself see that energy beginning to expand, breathing out anything that you no longer need. And before we go into the rest of the meditation, I'm going to say, for those of you who are here live with me, a few of you are going to be getting a message from Mother Mary. So if you want a message, please write in the comments. Just say, I would love a message. Okay. So as we are bringing our awareness to that heart center, breathing in and allowing that beautiful golden light to expand, and breathing out anything you no longer need. We're going to let that beautiful golden light continue to expand until it fills the entire chest area, front and back, inside and out. Now we know that that beautiful golden light frequency, this is the frequency that your own highest self lives in all the time. We're simply increasing our awareness of it. So on that next inhalation, let's keep that energy moving, letting yourself see that golden light moving up the neck and into the head, moving down the shoulders, into the arms, all the way to the fingertips, moving down the body, down through the hips, into the legs, all the way down to the toes, until you see and feel yourself completely filled with that beautiful golden light vibration. And just allowing every cell of your body, all the billions of cells, to just be shining like the sun. And in that mind's eye, let yourself see the energy moving outside the boundaries of the body into the energy field until you see and feel yourself like a beautiful being of light. Truth is this is what you actually are, beautiful being of light. Now, what we've done is we've just all raised our vibration individually and collectively. And whenever we do that, we expand our awareness. I'm going to ask you to bring your awareness now to the beautiful white light being that's right behind you. This is your beautiful guardian angel. If you haven't said hello to your guardian angel yet, say hello to your guardian angel. We're going to ask two favors of your guardian angel. The first is to act as your own personal divine amplifier to really bring alive all of your inner senses so you can have the most tangible experience of spirit possible. And two is to connect his or her energy to everybody else's energy in our circle. And as this happens, you can feel yourself being transported from wherever you are into the same room energetically. And Mother Mary is bringing us to the beautiful Tepeyac Hill in Mexico City. She's bringing it to us as it was way back then before the big basilica was built there. So let yourself see and feel that you're sitting in this beautiful chair. You can feel the grass on your feet. You're looking around the circle at everybody else, this beautiful worldwide circle of golden light beings, which is all of us surrounded by these beautiful white light beings. And that's all of our guardian angels. Now, into this very sacred space that we've all created, we are going to invoke the presence of the four archangels and Mother Mary. And I am going to say my prayer out loud, and I highly recommend that you say your own prayer with me. Mother, Father God, great Spirit of the universe, we give thanks for this time together, for our time with Mother Mary today. We're asking that each one of us has our inner eyes, ears, and hearts open as wide as possible, that we're able to truly see, hear, feel, and know her presence as it's being revealed to us. Of course, we know that we're always surrounded and protected in a circle of brilliant white light. And in this circle, we're welcoming all of the highest beings that want to come and support us. We welcome at this time. I specifically and lovingly invoke our very good friends, the four archangels, to help us come and create more sacred space for Mother Mary. So right now, let's welcome in the energy of Michael, the blue and the gold frequency. You see a huge flash of light in our circle. Archangel Uriel, that red and gold frequency, another huge flash of light. Archangel Gabriel, a beautiful white and gold flash of light. And Archangel Raphael, that green and gold vibration, a beautiful flash of light. They go to the four corners of our circle, creating this beautiful diamond pattern into which we can evoke the presence of Mother Mary. So I specifically and lovingly, very gratefully and respectfully invoke the presence of our own beloved Mother Mary to be with us and to share her wisdom and her compassion, her healing, her messages, all the wonderful qualities she embodies when she comes to be with us. So I'm going to turn everything over to her, begin by saying amen, and we can see this huge light coming into our circle as Mother Mary is coming to us as Our Lady of Guadalupe. And she is wearing the beautiful shawl with the stars in it, standing on the crescent of the moon, and has her hands at the prayer position. And let me take a look, and I'm hearing Mexican music in the background. I'm hearing this beautiful ancient Mexican music in the background, and I'm hearing the joy. I'm hearing all the beautiful energy of joy that this day is for people all over Mexico and really all over the world. Um, that everybody, and the whole message here is how cared for we all are. Mother Mary coming to us as Our Lady of Guadalupe at a time where people felt oppressed and diminished and abused. And she comes to say, I haven't forgotten you. I haven't forgotten you. I want a chapel to be built here so that people can come and I can hear their prayers. And that was the point of the church that she wanted. She wanted a place on holy ground where people could come and tell them what was in her heart, and that they could receive her solace. They could receive her comfort, because this is why she comes to remind us that we're not alone, and that we're each one of us so precious, so precious. So if anybody right now that's listening is feeling lost, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling abandoned, if you're feeling like you don't fit in, whatever it might be, please know that this message is for you, that Mother Mary is saying to you, I see you. You are always under my mantle and my protection. You're always in the crossing of my arms. What else do you need? So let me take a look and see the message that she wants to give us, and then we'll see if we can give a few people messages today. So Mother Mary is thanking you. She comes to you as Our Lady of Guadalupe, and she is thanking you, thanking you, thanking you for your love, for your prayers. There are people who have been leaving her roses. She's thanking you for the roses. She's thanking you for the rosaries. She's thanking everybody who loves her. And she says, and I love you more than you can imagine. And each one of you is precious to me. And your dreams matter, and your desires matter, and your hopes matter to me. And this is a message I hear her say often is, your success is my success. Your joy is my joy. Your sorrow is my sorrow. Mother Mary inviting you and saying, walk with me. Walk with me every day down this path that we call life. Walk with me every day. Do not think that there's any area of your life that does not concern me. Sometimes people will come to me and will say, like, oh, I don't want to bother Mother Mary. Mother Mary says, it's never a bother. I want to hear everything. I want you to tell me everything. I want us to be as close as we can be. Come to me with everything. So I'm inviting you, my friends, whatever is on your heart, if you're not already connecting with Mother Mary every day, connect with her every day, but connect with her in a way that builds that confidence that you know she's right there with you. Do a prayer of invocation and invoke her to be with you. And it's not always easy to hear that guidance. I struggle with it. It's like, is that me? That's why it's so good to get some help with that and understanding your messages. Work with her every day. Walk with her every day. And she's saying to you, the energy in 2024 is a very different energy. Those of you who are sensitive are feeling it already. You're feeling the change. It's like a change in the wind. Like, what is that? I always say that the first week of August, I start to feel the energy of fall, even though it's prime time summer and people are on vacation. It feels like fall. I can feel the little bit of coolness in the air. Mother Mary is saying you can feel a little bit of a shift that's happening in the air right now. Things are changing. And while they're changing, you want to make sure that you're changing with the energy, not resisting. And so, as she was saying earlier, as I was saying, we don't want to hold on to old things that don't serve you anymore, old ways of being that don't serve you anymore. If something has, past its expiration date, if it's served a purpose and it's time to let it go, let it go. Whether it's a belief or it's a job or it's a relationship or it's a way of being or it's a piece of clothing, whatever it is. Take some time between now and the solstice, and now and the end of the year, or between now and the next new moon, which will happen in January, and really take a look at what doesn't fit anymore. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, what doesn't fit me anymore? What am I going to let go of? Because the energy in 2024 is a new vibration. And I know we always say that with New Year, but Mother Mary is saying, no, you don't understand. It's a new vibration. It's going to be a very different energy. And we may not feel it like we just wake up and everything's different. But as the year goes on, you will start to see the energy shifting more and more and more. And so you want to take really good care of yourself. You want to take excellent care of your energy, whatever that is for you. Work with an energy practitioner or, whatever it is that you need to keep your energy strong. Because as a highly sensitive person, you might feel tossed around a little bit if you're not anchored. So walk with Mother Mary every day, or whatever your spiritual path is, do that every day, even if it's just a few minutes. You check in and you anchor yourself. That's the word she's using, is anchor yourself daily. And then whatever comes is not going to throw you off because you're anchored and you're going to feel solid within yourself. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. She is talking to me once again about the angels. She said this before. You're going to become very aware of the angels. The angels are going to be, they're always abundantly available, but they're going to be even more abundantly available. So angels are going to be available to help you left and right. So again, don't hesitate to call on your guardian angel, to call on any angel. There's an angel for everything. If you need to find a new job, call on the angel of employment. If you need to find a new car, call on the angel of, new cars. Like there's an angel for everything. Call on the angels a lot in this coming year. That'll help keep your energy a little bit higher and a little bit brighter, and it'll keep your ears and eyes open for those miracles that are definitely happening for you. So one of the reasons why Mother Mary is going to be working with 3 masters, but 3 archangels in her inner circle, because the angels are where we want to hang out in this new year vibration. All right, so let me see if we can give a couple of people a message. Now, one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to act like this is a message circle. The difference is in the inner circle, Mother Mary's inner circle, I can ask you, does that make sense? I can clarify things. You can ask a question. Here, we can't do that. So I'm just going to be giving you the message, and we'll have to see how it goes. So let me look and see. So Jennifer Juniper wants a message. Pam would want a message. Laura would like a message. Okay. All right. So let me look and see here for you. So one of the things I always say when I do a message circle is please keep your ears open, even if I'm not speaking to you, because chances are if you're here in this group, this message could also be for you. So please keep your ears open. All right, let me ask her how she wants to do things. Okay, she's actually wanting me to give a message to Laura first. So Laura, you asked for a message, and Mother Mary, so just let yourself imagine, if you will, that you can see and feel Mother Mary right there with you. She's got her hands on the top of your head, giving you a blessing as Our Lady of Guadalupe. Now, the rose vibration is really important to you. So Our Lady of Guadalupe, we had just told you the story with the Castilian roses. Mother Mary is saying to you, it's going to be important for you this month, but also in the upcoming year, to really work with the rose vibration. Now, roses are very connected to the heart chakra. Ways that you can work with roses, obviously, you can have roses and have them in your home. You can have them, where you can see them. If you have a yard, you can have a rose bush and you can grow roses. You can have a little rose garden, that kind of thing. But what I'm also hearing is you can get like rose essential oil. Rose essential oil is a really powerful healing energy. Usually they come in a little tiny bottle because they're so potent. And you can take like a drop of that and put that on your heart center. And Mother Mary is saying she is asking the Devas of the Roses to work with you this year to help heal your heart chakra. Any heart chakra issues that you have, any old grief, any regrets, any sadness, any loneliness, that rose oil is really powerful. Now, there's many ways that you can work with roses. I'm not going to limit you to only the oil. The oil is the thing that she's showing me. Like I said, you can plant roses, but she's wanting you to develop an intimate relationship with the roses, the rose as the flower, but also the being that channels itself through that rose. So I hope that that makes sense to you. And that's the message she wanted me to share with you. Okay, let me see who she's wanting to go to next. So she is going to go to Jennifer next. All right, beautiful Jennifer. I'm so happy to meet you. I've never met you before, so I'm grateful that you're here. And let's take a look for you, Jennifer, and see what Mother Mary wants you to know. So just imagine, if you will, Jennifer, that you can see Mother Mary right in front of you as Our Lady of Guadalupe, putting her hands right on the top of your head. And let me listen for what she's wanting you to know. She's putting her left hand over your heart center. Okay. So it's a little bit of a repeating message. Whenever people have, there's this theme. I always say everybody needs to pay attention because this message is probably for all of us. So we're coming back to the heart chakra. Mother Mary's saying that, how can I put this into words for you? All right. Mother Mary's saying to me that one of the things that she wants to help you with in the new year, or really starting now, is to help you let go of the need to have a kind of like a guard up with your heart center. Like there's a fear of being hurt, or there's a fear of being, the word I'm actually hearing is betrayed. But there's a fear around that. And that fear is, you know, making this almost like a wall that's there, but that's keeping you from experiencing some really good things. And Mother Mary really wants to help you experience beautiful things. She wants you to feel that love. She wants you to feel that joy. She wants you to feel connected. And it's hard for spirit to take care of you when that wall is up there. I think there's a message all of us can relate to. So let me ask her how she's wanting you to approach this. Hang on one second. Hmm. So Mother Mary says she's wanting you to start out simply and gently. And she really wants you to work with the angels. She's really wanting you to work with the angels. So I don't know if you already do or not, but Mother Mary is saying absolutely to be working with the angels. So if you can work with the angels, it just means that you pray and you ask them to help you. You invite the angels are standing, they're all around us right now. I always say we all live in a room full of unemployed angels because we're not asking them to help us. They can't cross the line of free will. We have to invite them. So right now, just say, all angels who want to work with me, I invite all the angels to work with me. Of my free will, I'm inviting you to work with me. Welcome, welcome. And then watch the miracles start happening. But we have to ask them. And so it's a good thing to practice every day. Just every day, it's a new day, and say, angels, welcome to my world. I'm inviting you to work with me. That would be a really helpful thing for you to do. There's a few other things that you could do that if you and I were working one on one, I could tell you about. And if you did want to schedule a channeling session, you could do that. And we could, you could talk to Mother Mary directly. But I'm just going to say for now, for you to really work with the angels, that would be the best thing to do. Um, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And then whatever that might be, I think that wall's going to slowly start to melt as you feel safe and you feel connected. And I hope that that makes sense to you, my friend. Okay, let me take a look and see who she's wanting to go next. Now, remember, everybody, if you like getting these kinds of messages and you want to do this, you can get a message from Mother Mary every month if you join my inner circle. You can go to my website. I'll put it in the comments in a bit. But it's these kind of messages. They're very personal for you, and they go into even much more depth than this because you can have a conversation and talk with Mother Mary. All right, let me take a look. So let's go over to Pam next. Beautiful Pam, who's been here, the very first person. Thank you, Pam. All right, beautiful Pam. So just let yourself imagine, if you will, that you can see Mother Mary standing right in front of you as Our Lady of Guadalupe. She has her hands right on the top of your head. And let me take a look and see what she's wanting you to know. Oh, Pam, she's giving you a big hug, and she's thanking you for your work helping women with health and healing. And she's wanting you to know that the work that you're doing is really powerful and really impactful. And she's also saying to you, she would like you to step into more of your energy healing. And what is she calling this? Oh, she's saying the wellness is so good. Bring in more of the energy and bring in a little bit more of your spiritual work, because you're so connected and you are a powerhouse. And if you wanted to, you could be channeling messages, or you could be just channeling the energy of grace, or you could be helping other people get their messages directly. But Mother Mary's saying she would love for you to step into that as a leadership position. Don't do anything that makes you feel anxious, but bring in a little bit more of the spiritual things that matter to you, even if it's just that everybody prays together or something along those lines. I don't know if you're doing that now. This is where I wish I could, dialogue with everybody. So that's the one thing that she's wanting to say. The other thing she's telling me is, do you have a miraculous medal? Do you have one of these? She's telling me that in the new year, the miraculous medal is going to be significant for you. So if you don't have one, you can definitely connect with Pat Castle, Angel Healer 555. I'm going to put that in the Angel Healer 555 .com. That is Pat Castle for miraculous medal. And she's also telling me she wants you to take a look at the story of Catherine Labouré, who Mother Mary appeared to in 1830. And there's something about that story that she wants you to kind of look and see, where are you in that story? Like, do you relate at all to St. Catherine Labouré? St. Catherine's the one that Mother Mary showed the miraculous medal to and said, I want you to have this medal struck. So there's something about the miraculous medal. I don't know if you're going to be giving them out to people or what. You could talk to Pat about that. Pat has a beautiful miraculous medal ministry. But Mother Mary is saying that that's something that's going to be significant for you. But mostly she's just really grateful for the work that you're doing. Let me see if there's anything else she wants you to know. And that's it. Okay, so she's giving you a beautiful blessing on your forehead and going back to the middle of the circle. And I say thank you for being in the circle, bringing forth that beautiful message. Let's see if we can give a couple more people messages. And again, just reminding people that on this beautiful day of Our Lady of Guadalupe, I'm here sharing Mother Mary's message and her presence. If you want to do more of this, I invite you to go over francisfayden.com/inner circle. I'll put it right here for you. And that's how you can take one of the last spots that's in our inner circle program. All right, let's see who else is looking for a message here. Jolinda Gordon, hello. I'm so happy to meet you. Yay. Oh, and hello, beautiful Ida. Good to see you as well. And Annie, I'm just saying hi to everybody. Okay, so let me ask her who she wants to give a message to. We can't give messages to everybody, but let's take a look and see. So Jolinda, let's take a look and see for you. So I'm asking you, if you would, to just let yourself imagine in your mind's eye that you can see and feel Mother Mary standing right in front of you as Our Lady of Guadalupe, putting her hands right on the top of your head. And let me take a look and see how she's wanting to connect with you. All right, Jolinda, Mother Mary's message for you, she's really wanting you to simplify. She's saying Jolinda's mind gets a little overactive with a lot of different options, a lot of different possibilities. And Mother Mary's like, whoo, we got to streamline. So she's really wanting you to declutter or simplify or minimalist, whatever you want to call that. And she is asking you to spend more time with her. So if you could, do a daily prayer with Mother Mary, do a meditation with Mother Mary. You could go to one of her pilgrimage sites. She wants you to spend more time with her, is what she's saying, because she says, I want Jolinda to be more in her heart and less in her head. She's telling me that there's a lot of stress in your life and your mind is trying to figure things out and figure things out and figure things out. And she's wanting you to live here so you can have more peace and more calmness. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but this is what she's saying. She's like, oh, I definitely want that peace and that calmness. So I really recommend that as you're taking a look at the end of the year and getting ready for the new year, kind of pare things down to what's the most important thing, and then go deep with those things, but kind of clear off your schedule, clear off your plate, just really make things simple so that you can feel connected every day a lot more. And I hope that makes sense to you. That is Mother Mary's message for you. All right, I'm going to do one more message. Let's take a look here and see. All right. So, how do you say your name? Is it Swapnil? You would love a message. And Annie. I have a hard time keeping it to just a few people. I love giving messages to everybody. I love sharing Mother Mary. All right. I'm gonna do Swapnil next, and then I'm gonna see if we can so me just ask Mother Mary. Don't leave it up to me because I'll just do it all day long. Okay. All right, Swapnil. I'm asking you to, in your mind's eye, let yourself see and feel Mother Mary's presence right there with you as Our Lady of Guadalupe, with her hands right on the top of your head. And let's take a look and see here what she's wanting you to know. Okay. So what she's telling me here for you, Swapnil, is she would like it if you would put less pressure on yourself. She says there's a lot of stress on your shoulders. There's a lot of weight that you're carrying, a sense of responsibility. And she's saying that I think you've been putting too much pressure on yourself about something specific. I don't know exactly what that is, but way too much pressure. And she's saying to you that it's really important for you to have some boundaries around some things, that you say no to some things, and that the things that you're saying yes to, you're saying yes directly to those things. Um, she's telling me that your energy is a little bit depleted, and it's almost like burning the candle at both ends. And she's wanting you to not do that. She's saying to you, put the candle out at least at one end, and get that candle, back up right. So, really, what she's talking to me about for you is how to really start to honor yourself and what it is that you need, and really respect yourself and your needs. That you're not here to have other people take advantage of you or be totally dependent on you. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but Mother Mary is really saying it's important for you to honor your energy and really protect your energy. So I'm going to leave that with you, my friend, and hopefully that makes sense to you. All right. And then we have Annie and Ida. Did I give you a message? Tell me if I gave you a message or not. I don't remember. But Annie, okay, Annie, let's take a look at you, my friend. And I'm so happy to meet you, by the way. Yay. So let's take a look and just imagine, if you will, that you can see Mother Mary right in front of you. See her there as Our Lady of Guadalupe, putting her hands right on the top of your head. And let's take a look and see here for you. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm taking all the things I'm seeing and feeling, and I'm trying to find words for them for you, Annie, so that this makes sense to you. So Mother Mary is telling me a couple of things. One is she's showing me that she's comforting you. And she's really wanting to, I mean, for a long time I didn't really have words because it was just this energy of comfort. But now she's talking to me about creativity. She's telling me, I don't know if you know that you're an artist or not, if you're an artist, but she's telling me that Annie is really creative and really an artist. And whatever it is that you're going through right now, creativity is the path forward. It's the thing that's healing for you, and it's going to open doors for you. So, again, this is a bit of a repeating message. She's not wanting you to be in your head as much as in your heart. And the pathway is through creativity. Now, I don't know if that creativity is writing or music or painting or um, gardening. Like, I don't know what kind, but she is saying that she's wanting you to take your creativity seriously because it's a beautiful gift that you have to share with the world. but mostly it's for your own healing. And she is wanting me to say to you, um, how can I say this? She's wanting me to tell you that she knows what's going on with you and she's always there with you. And she wants you to take comfort in that. That's the best way I can say that. Okay. Okay. And all right. So thank you so much, Annie. Oh, Ida, thank you. Because I didn't write it down. So I wasn't that organized today. I apologize. So this is going to be the last message. This will be the last message. Okay. Ida, beautiful Ida. Let's take a look and see. So just imagine, if you will, you can see Mother Mary right in front of you as Our Lady of Guadalupe. Her hand's right on your top of your head. She's putting her hand on your heart center. Ooh, ooh, I'm feeling that, Ida. And she is saying, too much, taking on way too much. She's telling me that I think you have been processing some of the grief going on with other people, some of the grief that's going on in the world. Mother Mary is saying too much. So whenever you feel that grief, she's asking you to give it to her. And so you can just pray and give it to her. You can do a visualization and give it to her. You can write it on a piece of paper and stick it in your God box and give it to her. You can put it on a piece of paper, stick it in the Bible. Whenever you feel heavy hearted, Mother Mary is not wanting you to feel heavy hearted at all, because you're highly sensitive. And it's like she says, your sensitivity is meant for other things than this heaviness. And she's really saying to you, you got to treat your heart chakra like a diamond. You got to be really protective, not protective in a scared way, but like honoring it. Just like, oh, I have this diamond. And this beautiful heart center makes you an amazing healer, makes you just a beautiful light on the planet. But you're not going to take it and just like toss it around somewhere and just expose it to the elements. Similarly, Mother Mary is saying you must be very careful about the people that you're around and the kinds of things that you're watching, and even the kinds of things that you're eating and stuff. Mother Mary's saying you have to, she wants to lighten up your energy. So again, roses would be helpful for you. That's a repeating message. Energy of roses, work with the rose oil, work with the deva of the roses, because all of those energies will help you. All of those energies will lighten things up. Work with the angels. We need to lighten your energy, Ida. It just feels like a little too heavy. So I hope that that's helpful for you. Mother Mary giving you a blessing on your forehead, going back to the middle circle. And I say thank you for being here and bringing forth that beautiful message for all of us. Okay, so let me ask Mother Mary if there's anything else that she wants us to know. Oh, as always, she's just so grateful for the ability to come and be with everyone and to share with you. She loves connecting with you one-on-one like this and being able to have you hear her so clearly, because she's always talking to you. We just don't always recognize her. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to say thank you to Mother Mary for the beautiful message and for her presence with you today, whatever way feels appropriate to you. And then we are going to thank Mother Mary. We're going to release her from our circle with as much love and gratitude as we can. Going to say thank you to all the angels and all the beautiful beings that were here. We're going to release them with love and gratitude. Let's bring our awareness now to everybody that's in our beautiful worldwide circle. And we are going to send our love and our gratitude to everybody that helped make this possible. And then bringing our awareness back to our guardian angel. Let's ask our guardian angel to disconnect us from everyone's energy. As this happens, you can feel yourself being transported back home, wherever you got here on this beautiful live stream rather. And just start to notice your surroundings, start to notice what's going on with you, how you're feeling. Notice your body being supported by the chair. And let's take one more moment to let ourselves see and feel the energy of Mother Earth rushing up and connecting with the bottoms of our feet. Let that energy move up through the feet, into the ankles, up through the calves, into the knees, moving up through the thighs and into the hips. moving up into the lower part of the torso, up the spine, into the middle and upper torso, down the arms, up the neck, into the head, till you see and feel yourself completely filled with this grounding Mother Earth energy. And very gently start to move the body temple. You can move your fingers, your toes. I like to stretch out my shoulders, my back. Take one more deep breath with me. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right, my beautiful friend. Well, thank you so much. That was awesome. I would love to know, what was that like for you? Did the messages make sense to you? You know, if you're one of the people that was here live, if you got a message, did it make sense to you? If you didn't get a message but you are here or you're watching it on the replay, did any of these messages make sense to you? I always find whenever I do a circle like this with Mother Mary, there's always connecting threads. Everybody else's message usually makes sense for everybody, and usually everybody, there's a theme that comes out. So I'm so curious if it made sense for you. Oh, beautiful, Annie. Thank you so much. Annie says it was a perfect message from down in Australia. Yay. That makes me so happy that you're in Australia. Oh, thank you, Jessica. So appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Really, really grateful. You know, I love it. I love to do this. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to bring Mother Mary's energy to the world in whatever way I can. So I'll just say one last time, if you're interested in this kind of interaction with Mother Mary, if every month in this new year, when she's telling us to ride this energy and to really take good care of ourselves, if you really want to have this kind of even deeper connection with Mother Mary, to have a dialogue with her, where every month you get a message from her and from an archangel or one of the beautiful saints or masters that she's bringing, go to my website, francisfayden.com/inner circle, and you can join us. We begin on Friday, December 15th with Archangel Uriel getting us ready for the solstice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, good, Swapnil. I'm so happy that that was a good message for you. Thank you, my friend. I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. It makes me so happy. God bless you, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.